Very special episode for you today, baby dolls. How to assess your altcoin portfolio size. I always have to remind you of this so you are aware of how to look at your portfolio, your value, where you're going, and how to assess risk. Okay, I have it for my postie. How to assess your crypto portfolio size today. If you sold all your liquid crypto today, how many years of living does it cover for you? I want you to look at your portfolio and grasp in your mind, if you sold all of it, how many years can you live? All right, what's your living costs? Okay, not like lifestyle, not like, okay, I want to buy 5 Ferraris and, get a yacht full of jelly beans. No. Just living costs, okay? Once you cover your living costs, you got your financial freedom. You can work out the 2Xs and the 3X after that, okay? So, there are some people out there, depends on your country. Some people live in certain parts of Europe. Maybe it costs them like $15,000 a year to live. All right, you have to work out your own currency. All right. There's some parts of the world where, all right, it costs you like $50,000 a year to live. Okay, so you have to assess that for yourself, what your actual living costs are. Okay, I'm using it as a very, very basic metric. Okay, so let's say you're in a country and it costs you like $20,000 to live, for example, and then you have $10,000 of your portfolio right now. You have 6 months of living expenses. Okay, so what I've done is I've drawn this little table of these different sea creatures, and by the way, let's enjoy this peppy sea creature as well. Okay, so you have your small, medium, large, and whale exposure. Okay, so a small exposure is about 0.5 years or less. Okay, so that's why you have a small exposure in crypto. Now, if you speak to other people, all right, they will say, don't worry, crypto goes really, really far and high, so you only need like $400 and you can make it a lot of money. Don't ever listen to those people, all right? They don't. You're gonna need to win a literal lottery ticket and then catch a literally lightning bolt in a jar and survive through all those things to make it, okay? I don't like living by those chances, and the market is getting harder and harder over time. It's taking more effort to get less gains, diminishing gains. Why? There's competition. People are learning of what worked in the past. They're chipping away at the good product market fits, and people are stealing stuff everywhere. That's just competition. That's how businesses grow. That's capitalism, okay? So don't think your little $400 today, your strategy, if you win, is going to be like viable in 5 years. It won't be, okay? So a small exposure, friends, is 6 months or less. Very, very small, okay? And look, other people, they will call small like 1 week, 1 month. No, you got to step it up. You got to step it up. I don't care who you are. You have to step it up, friends. And time's running out. As we go throughout the bull market, like we're already moving this along, friends. I was discussing this a year ago, by the way, literally a year ago. And I was even talking about it throughout 2022 bear market. So we're moving along the bull market, all right? Yeah, if you can cover 6 months, you're starting to get somewhere, okay? You might be shocked at these numbers, but no, man, you have to take this game seriously, all right? You can't go backwards in time, and you only got one shot. Yeah, there's going to be another cycle and everything back then, but the pain it's going to make you go through, and the 3 years of disaster, and then, friends, what if I am not bothered doing 18 hours a day in the future? What if I'm not? Okay, what if I've just got other things to do? What if, like, I want to play, I don't know, the latest Resident Evil, Final Fantasy, or anything else? I just can't be bothered doing that. You can't rely on me just to be on here all the time. I'm just telling you, while I'm here, as your vessel, as the prophet, as your messenger, as your friend, which I will always be for life, by the way, while I'm here, you go harder. You have to be able to turn up the risk. Okay, which is, of course, you got to be careful. Not financial advice at all. We're not going to speak about any coins, but man, yeah, it's all entertainment. All right, but you know the game, man. You know the game. The stakes have to be high, friends. They have to be high. There's none of this world where, okay, we just all win because everybody's telling us, okay, all these big spear coins are going to do another 5 or 10x. No, they're not. All right. Now, if you're able to raise up your exposure, friends, a medium exposure is 0.5 years to 2 years. So if you sold it today, okay, so you're wondering, like, if you have them, that's 2 day. Because remember, your goal should be to 5x the whole portfolio. Okay, so let's say you sold everything today. You're like, wow, I can live off this for 6 months. Okay, if you got 5x on that, you will have a nice 3 years, pretty much. That's nice, all right? Now, obviously, it gets juicy if you have like 2 years of living expenses and you got a 5x. Now you're looking at 10 years. But, you know, we're dealing with the number 5x. I use a very nice conservative low number because the truth is, look, man, if crypto even does a 20x, friends, if it does a 20x from today for your portfolios, I pray we get there and way, way, way more. Okay, if you get a whole 20x, most people, they're not going to sell at the 20. There's not enough liquidity to support everybody anyway. They're not going to sell at the 20. And by the time it confirms it's the bear market, it'll have the first 65% crack down, and then it kind of like jitters out from the 20x. If you drop about 2/3 lower, now you're around a 5, 6, 7x from today. All right. Now, I know it becomes very difficult because even then, friends, most people will not click sell. I know for a fact they won't. Okay, and that's it's very harsh to even think of this world. They're not going to click sell because I know what it is, man. When people see that the number went up so high, if it comes back down and you get out, they see that as a loss. They see that as no, I can't get out. That's technically a loss. But you're not meant to view the world like that. You're meant to view the world as, is this a good bet for what comes next? Now in crypto, we always talk about, okay, time in the market and hodl and doing all these. I know. And then obviously, friends, there'll be all the newbies on the other side will go, oh, just sell the top. That's okay. I'll just sell the top. Not so easy now, is it? Because you can even go back and look at the chart of Cardano, friends. Cardano up here, okay? Cardano, look, friends, can you believe Cardano was doing this chart at one point? Look, can you just appreciate, look what it was doing on the far right, okay? You went all this time up. You went up, pop, bang. Doesn't that look like you're about to lift off? Look at this. Doesn't that literally look like you're about to go to like 10 bucks? And look what it did, friends. That was the top. And look where it came all the way back. Can you believe that, man? It literally came back in the zone. Shocking, all right? Now, I need you to understand this. This is why it's very important what we're talking about is I'm here to help you, all right? From here, friends, look how fast you are instantly down in literally 100. So in 3 months, you're down 60%. You're not getting out, man. Most people aren't getting out. Like if you saw the top of your portfolio, that's 500 grand and you're looking for $1 million. So you're 500 grand, you're like, we're only 2x away. We've done 100. What's another 2x? 2x is nothing. Okay. From 500 grand, your next stop now, you're back down to about 250. Okay. And this is the reality of the situation. Your brain has been focusing on 1 million. In fact, you probably told your friends and family, your pet squirrels and your ducks and your pups, hey, I have $1 million in Cardano. I have $1 million in my portfolio. $1 million. You've probably been saying that number, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. And you talk about that number and that target so much. When it comes back to 250K, you can't possibly imagine that it's over. You just think, oh, we're just cooling off for the next rally. We just got to cool off for the next rally. And then bang, 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 bang like that. Okay? And you know, down here, friends, when we're down here, I guarantee you want to know why this thing stops. It's because everyone is saying, friends, you know, these little pops up here. I'm not joking. Everybody's saying that if you ever got back up here, if you got back and just give me my like $400,000, I'm going to get out of crypto forever. I'm done. I don't want 1 million anymore. But look what ends up happening. Because, friends, everybody's thinking like that. Look what happens next. You're 200. How much do you have now, friends? You're 500K. Now you're down to, oh my gosh, now you're down to like 125. And then it drops. Now you're down to 60K. There you go. You're down to $60,000. By the way, you're still down to $60,000 today. So think about that, man. You were talking about $1 million. You were just a 2x away. Now you're down to 60 grand. Okay, that's why I'm here. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. All right. Your goal, friends, you have to look at how much exposure you have in crypto and you got to add more. That's it. You got to add more. You got to add more. Don't listen to all these cucks. Everyone's out to grift on you, to dump on you. They are, friends. But let me tell you something, okay? It's funny. All these people think they're geniuses because they're like, oh, everyone's here to dump on you. Everyone's a paid shiller. Yeah, guess what, man? We know that. And guess what? I'm going to add something after that. Even though there are paid shillers, there is a large group of people out there in the world who are not in crypto who want to enter. And they are very powerful with their buys. They're emotional buyers. and they will be given the chance to make a lot of money. What we call as retail. Retail will make a lot of money at the start, and it will get so hyperactive, and they won't know how to leave in the casino. That's it. Friends, it's just like people don't know how to gamble or speculate. You know, maybe they're at the casino and they're like, you know, maybe they put in $50 into blackjack and now they're up to $1,200. But they've never done it before. They're like, oh, I've got to keep playing. I've got to keep playing. And then they just rinse themselves all the way out and they lose and they withdraw another $100. They lose that too, okay? But then there are people out there in the game that go, oh my gosh, I know I've got to leave. I know I've got to leave. Okay, but that's retail in this casino for crypto. Now, at the start, it's not a casino. We know it eventually forms into a casino because it's so good. But at the start, it's actually not. It's just a group of strong hands accumulating. Okay, that's what it comes down to. Okay, so what I'm telling you now, friends, this used to be a 10x benchmark. So your goal, friends, used to be to 5x the whole portfolio from today. Now, it used to be 10x benchmark during the last year, but we are starting to move up now, even though most people don't like hearing this, that this move has been substantial. Okay, so when I've been making these videos, a lot of things, of course, have pullback and retraced, but I'm just hoping that you at least look at your portfolio differently now. All right, it's the best way to look at it. Okay, don't look at it in terms of like. By the way, if you want to know how people say to me, how do I really look at it? Like I said, friends, I've given you the answer, the formula. It is you look around, who's on our left and right, how strong are the buyers next to us? Who's holding? Okay, are they weak hand cucks or are they strong diamond hand Rambos, John Rambos, or roaring kitties? Okay, are they diamond handers? Okay, do they believe or don't they believe? Well, right now we all believe, but eventually there will be a lot of non-believers coming. Okay, and we'll know that. That's what you really got to look at. But for you out there, okay, because look, I'm very aware. How on earth are you gonna figure out whether you got believers next to you? How you're gonna be watching me? You know what I mean? You're gonna be watching me. Like, Sommi, please tell me, are the cucks here? Are the soy boys here? Do they know where their wife's boyfriend has dropped her off today? You know, let's be honest, okay? You're not here 18 hours a day. But the next best thing you can do is what I'm doing, friends. Is see what I've shown you this chart. What I've shown you this graph I made, okay? For your living expenses. Small, medium, large exposure. A whale exposure is 5+ years, right? So I've shown you that just because I want you to get individual coin targets out of your mind. That's what I want you to do. I want you to get that out of your mind, all right? Because that's what everybody in crypto looks at, and that's how it gets you very emotional. Because you're like, okay, this thing's at 20 cents. Okay, can it get to $5? Oh my gosh, you know? Oh, can Hex go to $1? Can Bitcoin go to 100K? Can Ethereum go to 10K? You know, these numbers have been like we've spoken about the whole time, right? All these numbers, they do nothing for you. They're good as thinking experiments for the crowd to like, you know, for you to think about, oh, can people buy this because they think it's going to go higher? Yeah, it's good. But in terms of taking profit and actually changing your life and realizing your gains, it's actually not useful at all. All right. What you have to do is look at your living expenses, friends, and know that. Okay, and I want you to know that because what we'll end up finding is it's inevitable. There will be shared screenshots and lottery ticket winners of big, colossal wins, feature jackpot wins as the bull market progresses. You're going to see, oh, wow, this guy put in $4,000, turned into 4.6 million. You know what I mean? Ridiculous stuff like that. Insiders, some of them are going to be fluke. It is what it is. You can't stop that. But I want you to just look at your own portfolio and go, you know, maybe your portfolio in the future, it's grown to like 1 year portfolio, right? 1 year of expenses. And then maybe you end up finishing, friends, and it taps like 10 years for you. That's what I really want. That'd be amazing. You can get 10 years for that. Because once it's there and you're looking at it, it's 10 years. And I'm not saying, oh, just get out. I'm just saying during that period of time, your brain's going to click because you're going to see the puzzle pieces forming as I show them to you. I'm like, hey, man, CoinBase App Store ranking. Ty Lopez has launched a coin. Okay, all these other weird top signals are appearing. And I want you to look at, okay, you started off with nothing. You now have 10 years living expenses, okay? Yeah, you got to pay a third to the government. It is what it is. But I just want you to know that it's easy to make another 2 to 3x. Look how easy it is in crypto. You know how easy it is, okay? It'll come. So that's when it's time to be rational and start peeling off for yourself, okay? And yeah, man, if you're looking at your portfolio, your friends and family, and their expectations are large, look at their portfolio, okay? if they only have like 1 month exposure, living expenses, like it's going to be very difficult for them to do enough research to actually bink it and get to the right spot where they make enough life-changing gains, okay? So that's, in a nutshell, what we're getting to, right? So you're like, okay, either be super, super lucky, get super, super early, or increase your exposure, okay? And obviously, you got to like minimize your risk by doing more research and work. You got to assume a lot of the coins can just go to zero, which they can. But now you're at least on the right path. You're thinking about your portfolio differently, because the last thing you want to be doing is thinking like the crowd, because then, friends, look, here's the thing. I let my emotions sync with the crowd, okay? Super happy when we go up, super sad when we go down. I have to breathe in and out with the crowd, be one with the crowd. I have to, because I want to know, like, wow, super euphoria, libido through the roof, time to get out. Okay, super depressed, wow, everybody says it's gone. I have to do that, okay? But for 99% of people, friends, they're not used to it, can't handle it, not here 18 hours a day, and it's not fun. It really isn't fun to do that. But when you're looking at your portfolio like that, it just increases the probability that when you see stuff come along your way and the gains you make, you're going to have more of a rational mind when it comes to it, okay? You will, friends, because yeah, there's going to be a point, friends. Like, I'm hoping Bitcoin hits 250K, right? And people are going to be putting up this picture at the top. Gains, he's probably going to do it. He's like, okay, what would you rather have? 4 of these Bitcoin things on your ledger, or this like house? People are going to do that. You know what I mean? And everyone's going to go, the Bitcoin, it can buy 10 houses next year. That's what they're going to be saying. And he'll be saying like, something don't add up right. By the way, you know where they did this before, friends? They did this with the NFTs, the Bored Apes. The Bored Ape Yacht, the Yacht Club. They put a picture up. Someone bought one of the Bored Apes for like $1 million. And it was a picture like, okay, what would you rather own? This Monkey JPEG or this $1 million house in Texas? It was literally like that. I forgot the exact price, right? It was insane. And baby dolls, please, I'm going to ask you to please pardon my French, because it wasn't $1 million. I think it was $12 million, friends. I have the article here. Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT could fetch $12 million at Sotheby's. Wow. And they rejected it, friends. They rejected it. You see that? By the way, there was a guy. Oh, man. Friends, I hope you're doing all right, brother. I hope you're out here doing all right. Friends, I'm not joking. That guy, that golden ape dude, he came back on Twitter. Okay, I think it was this guy came back on Twitter. Oh, man. Everyone was telling him, please, for the love of God, Lord have mercy, sell your JPEG and cash out for the property. Please, bro. Please, he didn't do it. Wrote all the way back, okay? So he didn't do it. And a lot of people were saying, oh my gosh. And people were putting up, friends, there were tweets. I remember it went viral for like that day. It was like, what would you rather have? Literally, this Monkey JPEG or like this? It was literally, friends, I'm not joking. Someone put like this $8 million mansion plus $4 million of cash. That was literally like it. Or the JPEG. And the guy, he wouldn't give it up. You see that? You see that? I want you to think about that, friends. That's why I've shown you. Okay, like if he thought of living expenses for his thing, okay, you know, okay, this JPEG, think about it, friends. Even if this guy lived a very lavish lifestyle, okay, very lavish. Let's say I don't know, like maybe he has $100,000 a year spending for himself. $100,000 a year. Okay, someone was offering him 120 years of spending. And he said, no deal. No deal. 120 years. Wow. He said no deal. Okay, that's crazy. So you keep this in the back of your mind. Also, don't forget, confirming friendship, like, subscribe, catch you soon.